Hello everyone and welcome back to Sunsaw Gaming. So today we've got another Fated Masteries series for you today, and he will be driving the WZ121 and the T62A. But before we get into that, do hit the like button, do hit the subscribe button, and I'd like to just point out, when I hit 500 subscribers guys, I will be doing another cash giveaway, which will be in the form of your gift cards from either the iOS store or the Google Play store. So 500 subs, let's help me get there and we will get that giveaway out and done. So until then guys, let's get right into these videos. Now, just before we start talking about the match and what's going on here, I want to say this first video was actually recorded off of my PC. The second video is recorded off my phone in the way that I used to do things. So if you notice the difference in the graphics and that sort of stuff, let me know what you think. If you like the recorded version of the PC, I will do that more frequently in the future. But anyway, getting into the match, I love how Fated has just gotten up here, got those early lights in this position and got that first shot in. Without taking one in return, which is always great, especially for this position. Now, notice what has happened with Fated's team here. Him and these few guys behind him have come one way, and you've got the other three tanks that have gone out the other side. So they've got the heavy, the light tank, and the TD who have gone out the other side. And it's clear at this point in the game, the enemy is not out there. They are all over the side where Fated is. But those guys, those three guys that are over the other section of the map, they're not going to move. They're trying to take cross shots into the guys to Fated's right on the other side of the rocks there. One problem with doing that though guys is you're not effectively using your tank's damage per minute. You're not effectively using your tank's hit points, you're not effectively using your tank. So sitting back where they are, I mean, I can understand the TD sitting back over there, but the other guys, they needed to be moving really early to get back over here to where the main section of the battle is. Now, Fated is doing a great job getting these bounces from these tanks, using this WZ just brilliantly. Now, this is one of those mediums. It doesn't have the best gun depression, it doesn't have the best DPM, but what it does have is good penetration values, a great alpha. As you can see, just done 400 damage to this KPFZ, which is only about 100 less than what the KPFZ does, and that's a tier 9 heavy with a big gun. So I mean, this WZ is a very strong tank, and like the Russian mediums, the front plate and the turret on this tank can be very troll if used correctly. If you're using the terrain with the angle of the front plate on this thing, you will get so many bounces, and if you can keep moving so as they don't get shots on the hatch of this tank, again, the turret will bounce a lot of shells. So good work there controlling this section of the map. Like, he has not run away at all. He's stayed in here looking for opportunities to fight the mass of heavy tanks that are out here, and still looking for these cross shots on tanks like that light one over the other side of the map, where his three teammates should have been able to deal with, since they did not push back to help with the main force of the enemy. Now, you could see Fated just there on that hill. He was using the angle of the hill to create more angle on the front plate, just in case this heavy did manage to hit him. He would have gotten a bounce if that heavy had connected. So doing things like that with the terrain in this vehicle, it is a must. It's the best way to play this thing. You can brawl with heavies in this tank just like that, getting the bounces, using the proper angles and moving at the right times. So great work there by you, Fated, and nice mastery. 6,755 damage with 2 kills. I mean, you can't complain about that. And I mean, your team done all right. There's, of course, the 2 tanks that went way out to the other side. They got 0 damage. And we're just going to jump into the next match, because I don't need to say anything more on the gameplay of those tanks. So this one here, he is in the T62A, and he is on Yamato Harbour. And I mean, this is one of those maps. I did do a map control video on this map, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. It will basically explain the gameplay of this map, how you should do it, and just to get the best results for a win. Now, I like Fated taking up this middle section here. Now, normally before even taking that cross shot on that guy, I would pop up to the top just to spot the TDs. But, I mean, the opportunity was there. He saw it. He took it. Oh, my God. That was a beautiful ammo rack. Nice double tap from Fated and his teammate there by Medium Tank. Oh, my Lord. He must be raging right now. It sucks to be that guy. But, you know, that's what happens. When you cross in an open, he's seen his teammate get shot crossing there, and he still tried it. So, stupid move on his part. Now, Fated was expecting his teammates to push through with him here, obviously, but they did not. So, Fated is now just in a deep end war with that guy, but because he had already taken a shot off him, on him, and he had also gotten the sneaky shot when the guy wasn't expecting Fated to run through there, Fated manages to deal with him nice and easily. And now, look, Fated's dealt with that. He's broken the front lines, and his team have finally decided we're going to run through. And he's just going to take all of the hit points off of these TDs as he can. I mean, he's keeping himself nice and hull down, which is exactly what you need to do in the T628. He's not pushing in and being too aggressive without his teammates, because, I mean, that would be a silly move. Now, this T110E5, he needs to actually... Wait, sorry, that's not a T110E5, my bad. But, I mean, he needs to actually be taking these hits for these guys. The TD's given up, fair enough. I mean, you were on a reload, you weren't going to get another shot out. Salute. Well done to you, Mr. TD, you tried. But, like I say in my map control video on this one, do not go to Cap A. Guys, that's what this enemy team has done. They've gone all the way up to Cap A, and they haven't been able to support their team out towards C. And they've lost all of their hit points for it. Now, all these guys that have been out at C, who are very mobile tanks, are able to come in here and just farm off the rest of this damage from these guys. They cannot do anything. And in my opinion, the most dangerous tank right now out of these three that are left alive is that Batchat. He is far enough away that he is not the main target. He is an autoloader, plus he has the maneuverability and speed to be able to get out of there and find a better angle of attack on these guys. Now, Fated's going to do a brilliant job here on the IS-4, just going to use this dead carcass for cover, pops in a nice fire there to him, gets a bounce from the one tank that I thought was going to be dangerous, who also gets absolutely wrecked on that one. Great gameplay again, being very aggressive out in the field, controlling that field, and then moving in on the rest of the enemy team that were not there to support their teammates. It is a tiny map. There is so many different ways you can play it, but playing it that way is just the safest option. And Fate had done a great job of it. He pushed in when he needed to. He made the break through the enemy lines, gets the Ace Mastery, 5,700 kills. Thanks for sending these in, Fated. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, stay safe, use cover. Cheers.